Hello, it's Erin. I'm back. Hey guys, I am back with another writing video. This writing video is going to be a little different than the others that I've done in the past. It's not an update of what I'm currently working on. It's going to be a little different in the direction of this video, and I figured I want to take you on a certain journey in this video and tell you guys a little story because maybe you guys are curious. I did a video similar to this a few months ago, and I figured, why don't I do the same thing with the writing video, because maybe you guys want to know, because this video does entail writing and I want to incorporate that into this video. And like I said, if you guys are curious, you want to hear my story, and that is how I became a writer. Basically, what I'm going to do in this video is basically tell you guys the story of how I became a writer, how it all happened, and just everything that happened, and how my book happened, the story behind that. I know you guys have heard it a million times on this channel of how it happened, but I'm going to go more in depth of the story of how it happened. Yes, I'm probably going to mention Divergent again, because that's an inspiration behind my novel, but you're going to get the full story with details in between and how the whole story behind my novel happened. And I just want you guys to know that story in case you guys are curious. I did the how I became a reader video, so I wanted to kind of give you the same effect of this video, and that's what this video is going to entail, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Some little background info. In high school, I wasn't much of a writer. I really didn't like it much. It really didn't spark my creative instinct until my senior year of high school and then going into college. So I really was originally going into journalism because I figured that's where the money is, and I wanted to write stories for the news rather than creatively, because I had no idea what creative writing was at the time. And as many of you guys know, you probably know that Nicholas Sparks didn't inspire me to write because of picking up a pen. That part is true, because he does inspire me to write. And in the senior year of high school, I used to take English, and that's when it kind of all started. And I used to love writing papers for class, and I used to get good grades on it, and I still get good grades on my papers, and I do very, very good job on my writing. I wasn't really into math and science or anything like that. It was English that I was mainly focused on. I enjoyed going to that class, and I looked forward to going every day, and great teachers. And I also like social studies as well, but English was the one that really sparked it. And if it wasn't for my love for English in high school, that's probably another factor as to why I'm working on English today. So then we migrate out of high school into college. I had to take all these remedial classes first before I could take all these other English classes that I had to take for my degree. My novel started when I took a summer class at my first college that I went to. Again, I was reading Divergent at the time, and I don't know if this was really the thing that sparked it, or maybe it was the fact that I was sitting in class, I don't know. But it was Divergent because, it's a weird story, and I'm going to tell you. There's just a little background. I never used to read a lot before school because I had bad timing. I used to go to bed late, and I figured I didn't have enough time. And this is when I was just becoming a reader. I wanted to read so much, and I was just sitting in class, and I was just staring at my computer, supposed to be writing a paper for class on I forgot what. Because in my summer class, we had these assignments due, and we had to do these papers in class, and we had to do this grammar stuff, but we weren't in the computer room all the time. We were in a classroom. But the time that we were in the computer room, I was sitting in front of the computer screen, and I had a Word document open, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I gotta read. I want to read so much. I had a desire to read. And I said, you know what? If I can't read, I'll do the next best thing. I will write. So from then on, I started writing. And yes, I did get my paper done on time, if you guys are wondering. I just started writing, and then the words came to a page. I had no intention of printing it. I probably had the intention of deleting the document and never going back into it again and writing and just pursuing this creative writing thing. But I don't know what happened. Something sparked and a switch went on, and let me tell you, something happened, and I don't know what, but it was like magic. So I printed it. I don't know if my professor knew about it, but I printed my little document. I brought it home and I read it to my mom. And she's like, well, this is very good. Like, you should get it published. And this was in the early stages, the very, 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 like, first, not even draft, like, more like an outline of the book. But it really was just like a couple pages, maybe a couple paragraphs. It wasn't really an official draft. It was just an idea. And I had no intentions of publishing my book. I thought I was just going to write it for fun and no one was ever going to see it. But the more I thought about it, the more I considered it. And after that, I started adding to it. And September rolled around because I used to have breaks in my schedule between classes. I used to have a couple hour break between classes, and I would be sitting down and I would be writing ideas on the page, the same page I printed over the summer. And I would be just like writing things down, ideas or a storyline. And then after that, words came on a page. And then from then on, a storyline developed. From there, notebooks happened. I bought notebooks. I started writing, and voila, the book happened. And it was in its first early stages of a draft. I started writing the ideas in notebooks, and I wrote the manuscript, and it went through millions and millions of drafts. And this all took place in the summer of 2014. So I've been working on my novel for about 4 years now. So that's how my novel really started. Then I started to pursue agents, and I was still working on the manuscript, and I was like, you know what, let me start pursuing agents, but which was a bad idea. My wording was too much, my pages were too many, and I just learned this recently at a conference. So I learned so much as a writer over the years, and I learned new things every day. I learned the ins and outs of publishing and everything, and I've really grown as a writer since then, and I've really learned a lot about it. And I started querying, and then I kept getting rejected, and then I finally went to a conference, and they told me what I was doing wrong, and I had to fix it. Now, my manuscript went through millions and millions and millions of drafts. I worked on the manuscript. I got it done. I put it away for a couple years, which is really not what you're supposed to do. I don't know why I put it away. I have no idea. And what you're really supposed to do is go in, and my punctuation, I'm going to give you a little fun fact, my punctuation is horrible. So it was very bad punctuation-wise, and there was too many words, and I had no idea about writing back in the day. I was new to it. I'm still learning the ins and outs of writing and what I should and shouldn't be doing. I may be a creative writing major at school, but I'm still learning things, and it's a learning process, and I'm on a learning curve, so it's normal. So at the time, I had no idea about writing, and my book was just a big mess. So I put it away for a couple of years, and then I go back into it recently, a couple of years ago, and I said, okay, I gotta work on the punctuation. Something, again, another spark happened. I said, I gotta work on this book. So again, I probably had no intention of publishing it. I had no intention of like getting it out there to people, and I probably figured subconsciously, I'm not gonna get this published, but I went back into the manuscript, started working on it, and the rest is, as they say, is history. A lot of my old subscribers, you know the story behind my inspiration of my novel. You've heard it a million times in videos. I've mentioned it a lot, and I'm gonna mention it again, so get ready for that. New subscribers, if you guys are new and you're gonna subscribe, or new viewers, any of you watching this video, or writers, or you're curious, or people I talk to on the internet, you're probably watching my video and you want to know my real story about how my novel happened. I had mentioned it before that the Divergent series by Veronica Roth is the inspiration behind my novel. It's the reason why it happened in the first place. Nicholas Sparks is the reason why I picked up a pen in the first place, but I don't know why the Divergent just happened to spark it, and it just happened. If I really didn't read Divergent, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I'd probably do journalism or something I didn't want to do, and I'd probably pursue something in English, but not what I'm doing now. Like, I always liked English, but before Divergent, I really wasn't pursuing some type of like creative writing. And I'm so glad that I got into the creative writing field, and I got to write creatively, because every time I think I can write creatively, it's like my playground. I can go and do whatever I want. Fiction is the best thing to write because you can make it up, and it's like you're telling a fairy tale, and you don't have to make anything up, and you don't have to like do research or like doing a research paper. I've done a lot of research papers. You don't have to do a lot of research for the book. Fiction is my favorite thing to both write and read, because it's like creative writing. I get excited whenever I hear that word. It's my favorite word. I took a creative writing class at school. It was like the best class I've ever taken because I could write whatever I want. I've taken numerous English classes, but creative writing by far was my favorite class to take. But Divergent is the reason why my book happened. I'm getting a little off topic here, but Divergent is the reason why my book happened. Actually, if you want to go a little further back, my cousin is the one who told me to read Divergent. So if it wasn't for her telling me to read the book, because I had no idea what Divergent was before my cousin told me about it, I probably would be doing journalism. That's probably a possibility. I think that is. I tell people that all the time. Actually, it was my cousin that started it all. In a way, it does go back to my cousin. I just don't say it much on this channel. But if you want to go more in depth about how my cousin got me to read Divergent, go check out my How to Become a Reader video. It's on my book-related playlist that is on this channel. If you want to go check it out, go. It's a very good video and it's very fun. But yes, Divergent was the main inspiration behind it. There's not much I can really talk about that because I talk about that a lot on this channel. And I've done other writing videos where I've talked about it. I've done a lot of reading videos where I've talked about it. So I feel like I'm reiterating what I talked about. But yes, Divergent is the inspiration behind my novel. Veronica Roth is my inspiration. I have not met her yet, but I plan to. I want to meet her very soon and tell her the impact she had on my career choice and why I'm going into writing. Yes, they say writing is a very hard career to go into. It's very competitive, but I'm going to pursue that career because to me, it's not about the money. It's about what you're really passionate about, and I'm passionate about writing, and that's what I want to do, which leads me into the next part of this video. It's not just my novel that I'm working on. I write short stories that range from new adult to young adult. My novel is young adult, but I do write new adults. I like to pursue other genres as well. I'm going to work on a contemporary very soon. I want to try to write some like romance novels other than like fantasy, which I'm working on right now. But I'm going to work on that later on. I actually have a secret project that I'm working on at the moment. I started writing it the other day because I had some time between classes. So I started writing a very good story and I did a lot of research for it. I don't think it'll be considered historical fiction, but it's like along those lines. It might have a little bit of historical fiction in it, but it's going to be mainly fiction, but it has to do with a lot of research that I'm getting from other people, and I'm trying to get some facts so that I can write it. It's either going to become a short story or it's going to become a novel. I have not made that decision yet. It depends on how long it ends up being, how many words, because if it goes beyond like 100,000 words, it's going to probably become a novel. It might become a short story. It might become a screenplay or something along those lines. I might make it a film for my YouTube channel. I am not positive yet. I'm still in the works of happening and I'm outlining it and I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in terms of this secret project, but it's gonna happen very soon. I started working on it. I'm gonna work on it more during the summer. I have plans to write a lot because right now I get schoolwork, but once the summer starts, I'll be working on this project more. I'm gonna be working on more writing projects. I currently have stories that I'm going to be submitting to magazines to get some money because there are magazines that do ask for stories that you can submit, and I have other stories that I'm currently working on and editing and getting words down, and my process right now is to work on the novel and then get that out of the way, get that out to agents, and then I'm going to start working on my short stories and getting those out there and editing them. I write a lot of them because they help me as a writer. They help me become more creative when it comes to my work. It makes me become very creative and it makes me think of ideas. It makes me spark. It makes me have a fresh mind. I write anything from short stories. I write fan fiction. I write Divergent fan fiction. I write book fan fiction for many books that I've read. I wrote Ugly Love fan fiction. I wrote Darkest Minds fan fiction. I wrote Match fan fiction. Most of the books that I've read, I wrote fan fiction for because they help me as a writer. I don't know if I'm gonna really put them on my Wattpad or anything or show those to people. That's just mainly for me to explore as a writer and just write, and just helps me get ideas. A lot of writers do write fan fiction because it does help spark your writing, and a lot of writers do it, and I've read a lot about it, and it's very, very common among writers. And I write other stuff as well. I write other stories. I plan to work on more stories. I'm gonna write contemporaries. I have so many plans for my writing that it's like going haywire, and it's overwhelming, and I just love my craft. I love writing, and it's just my passion. It's what I feel I was born to do as a person, and I found my purpose. and my career path, and I've never been really passionate about anything in my life. I look forward to writing and going in. I write during the week, I write in school, I write at home, I write on the weekends. I write a little less on the weekends than I'd like to, but at least one weekend a week, usually Fridays, I write the most. But I look forward to writing. I love to go into my novel, and I love to write and get ideas. When I write, I put myself in a bubble and all of my problems just fade away, and it's just me and my characters and the world I created. Because writing is that escape from reality that I get for a few hours a day, and nothing else matters. It just happens, and when I go into my book, the world just goes away for a little while, and it's just me and my characters, and it's me as my character going in and writing, and it's like I'm the story, and it just makes me forget about whatever is going on in my life, whatever drama, like schoolwork. It just, writing blocks that out. Especially at the end of the week, it's my reprieve. It makes me relax. I put my music on and I zone out, and I just write, and it's a very, very good thing for me to do, and I just love writing. It just makes me escape, and it's my passion. I look forward to writing. Granted, I'm not a big fan of the editing, but it's what I have to do in order to get my book published, so it's a process. Whether it's editing my manuscript or writing in general, I go all in, and I am determined to get it done. If I have a goal set in mind, I am going to achieve it, especially through my novel. Now my goal is to get published someday, and I hope to make that happen. I did it, but I have to do it. And you're going to have your ups and downs about writing. You're going to like it, you're not going to like it. It depends on what you're working on. But if you're very, very passionate about it like I am, you can go into it and anything is possible. You can make anything a dream. I had no intention of getting my novel published. I had no intention of anybody seeing my writing until my mother suggested that I get into the publishing guild because my writing was so good. So I'm very glad as a writer that I have this opportunity because I'm very passionate about it. I don't know what I would be doing today if it wasn't for this creative writing spark that I have, and I'm so happy I took this path and everything that happens surrounding it, writing these stories, anything. I look forward to writing every day. I write like every moment of my life. There's always a pen in my hand. If I'm not planning videos or I'm filming, I'm always writing, and I just look forward to it. I write on my phone. I have ideas for my third book that I'm going to be writing. The point is, I'm always writing, and I'm so glad I took this path as a writer because I'm going to say it again, it's an escape, and it really, really helps me grow as a person, and this path is just the best thing that ever happened to me. And there's not much I can say about it because I'm going to keep repeating myself, but writing is my passion, it's my career. I would even do it for free. That's how much I love writing so much. I would do it even if I wasn't getting paid because honestly, I'm not doing it for the money. But for me, I don't write novels for the money. I don't do it for publication. I do it for myself. I do it because I love it. I'm passionate about writing. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to write it because you love writing, not for the money. And I've read that in books, and a lot of writers are like that as well. Most writers love writing. They do it regardless of money or not. Like I said before, I would do it for free. I'm doing it for free right now. It's considered a hobby, but it's my passion. It's what I do most of my life. I go to school for creative writing. I write papers for class, and I'm always writing, either for homework or for pleasure. I'm always working on it. I am so glad I took this path, and I would not trade it for anything. I'm going to school for creative writing. That entails working for screenwriting. I write for television, TV shows, movies, even. I'm considering writing for Broadway, or I even want to, if anything, go into producing and directing because I like film. I watch the Oscars. I watch everything. Everything around that surrounds writing. I know the filming part goes into like its own self, which is where I'm probably going to minor. I want to minor in film and TV and go into like filming and producing and stuff. But writing is my main passion. I want to write scripts for films and TV shows, anything like that. That's why I like adaptations. I'd like to work for adaptations. I'm not going to lie, I don't really want my book to become a movie, but if it does, I would like to write this screenplay for it because that's what I'm passionate about. I love to write. But that's not the point. I love to write. I love it. I'm glad I am doing this in school. It's what I love. I enjoy it so much, and the classes I'm taking are really good. They're really helping me grow as a writer. Going to the conference really helped me as a writer. It helped me. I learned so much because of that conference. I'm not going to go too much into it, but if you want to check out my video of how my conference experience went, you can check it out. It's on this playlist of writing vlogs. I learned so much at that conference. I made so many friends, and I'm still growing as a writer. I'm still learning. No matter what stage you are in your writing process, whether you're published or not, you're still learning. I'm still on a learning curve. I'm still learning how to become a writer because I've only been writing creatively for about 4 years now. So that's not a very long time, but I am very, very glad I took this path. I'm glad I am going into a career for creative writing, and I cannot stress it enough. I love writing. My advice to you guys, if you love to write and you feel that you can't do it, let me tell you, go, pursue it. Start something small, write a little short story, and then go on to write a novel. Do whatever you want. And you're a little on the fence about it, and you're like, if you were like me, and you're like, I don't know if I should do it, I don't know if I should go into writing. Do it. Do it. It's the best thing you can ever do. Writing is like the best thing that ever happened to me. It's a great escape. I cannot thank my mother enough for inspiring me to go into publishing. I want to thank Veronica Roth for inspiring me to write creatively because of her words and how inspirational she is for my career path. My cousin for convincing me to read Divergent and thus going into writing and publishing, and everything goes on top of that, and piles and piles. But if there are people that inspire you in your life that you want to write, go write. Like I said before, start small. Write a short story or write a screenplay, anything. Just go out and pursue it. Do it. I swear to God, you will not regret it. I don't regret writing at all. I'm glad I took this path, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. And there are so many people in my life that are supportive. My parents are supporting my writing career. My friends, I tell all my friends about it. I tweet about it like all the time. And I tweet about my writing struggles and what I'm going through as a writer, because I am human. I do have problems. I do have my days where I don't like to write and I'm having problems. I don't like writing papers for class, but I do it anyway. But majority, 90% of the time, I love to write. There are those days where I'm like, I don't want to write. It's okay. It happens. And I do have those days where it's like, I don't know what to edit in my book, or I'm trying to decide of what to do and I feel overwhelmed. That's normal. That's part of the process. But I'm not going to give it up for anything. There are those struggles of getting rejected by agents, but it's going to happen. You have to take a risk with pursuing publishing and with writing. But I did not start with short stories. I started with a novel, full blown, but it depends on person to person. My advice for you guys, new subscribers, if you guys are into writing, go out, start writing a story, and then see where it goes. Start writing a novel, see where it goes. One word can lead to so much more. I didn't think I was going to write a novel, but one word on a screen just turned into so much more for me. And it sparked an idea, and an idea sparked a book, and a book sparked my career choice. So go out, start something, do something that you never thought you would do. Write a book, do anything, because let me tell you, it makes a big difference in the end, and it will impact you greatly. So that's all I have to say about it, and how much I love writing. That is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got inspired by my story of becoming a writer, to pursue your own passions to become a writer. I hope you guys enjoyed my story about how I became a writer. This was inspired by the How I Became a Reader video, which you can check out on this channel, because I figured I wanted to let you guys know the story, not only how I became a reader, but a writer as well, because I am a reader as well as a writer. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I hope I inspired you to pursue a passion in writing, because I'm so glad that I did. And I'm just so glad that I got to tell my story. I had a great time telling it and going back and reliving those memories with you guys and enjoying talking about writing. And that's what I do on these vlogs. I talk about writing. I give you updates on my book, what's going on, projects I'm working on. I also update you on social media. I update you on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat about what I'm working on. And I'm just so glad I have that chance to have social media to update you guys on what's going on in my life. Not just with reading but writing as well, and any other adventures I take, whether it's non-writing or non-reading. I still tell you guys what I do if I'm on vacation or anything, because I like my account to not only just surround writing and reading but other stuff as well, and I want you guys to get another aspect of my life, whereas this channel is mainly just booktube and writing. My social media breaks off into different parts, and each piece of social media is different, and I will pursue that in another video where I will break down my social media step by step and tell you what surrounds what, but mainly my Instagram is everything. I just love filming these videos for you guys and talking about writing. I started these videos a few years ago, and I'm so happy I got that chance. I know I tell the story a lot, but I love doing these videos for you guys and just having that chance to tell you guys, and I'm glad I had the idea to make these writing videos. I have to redo them and give them a little bit of a facelift, but there's going to be more writing videos coming very soon. I'm going to update you as often as I can, and if I'm not updating you on this channel, I'm updating you on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Not so much so as Instagram, but Twitter morely, because I don't really use Instagram that much for my writing, but I plan to use it more often surrounding writing. I just have to decide what to post and what updates or what I'm in the mood to post. Or sometimes on Snapchat, if you guys are not following me on Snapchat, I do update you a lot. Sometimes I go into rants about what I'm reading or what I'm writing, and especially what videos I'm planning or what's going to happen or when I'm going to film. It kind of gives you an idea, because I usually post about the video when I'm planning it, which is the day before I film it. Sometimes I plan it the day before due to scheduling conflicts. Sometimes I do have to plan it the day before I film it, but most likely sometimes I plan it a couple of days before. It really depends on what's going on in my schedule. But if you guys want to know when filming's going to happen or when I'm going to be filming or writing or working on videos, you can go to my Snapchat, because that's where I really post the most in terms of filming. But Instagram, I do let you guys know when I'm filming or when I'm writing. But in terms of writing, I will post more, as I said before, on Instagram about my writing and what's going to happen surrounding that. And as the book process goes through and as the book draws to a close and there's less editing that has to be done, I'll probably be posting more. I hope. I don't know what I'll be posting, but I'll post soon. I will post more. If I find something to post about, I will. I'll be posting updates regularly on Twitter. That's where I update you most on my writing, is Twitter. So go check out my Twitter if you want to know what's going on with my writing, because I post mainly on Twitter when it surrounds updates on my writing or what I'm working on. Twitter is the place to go for the time being with writing. I will work on Instagram later. I know I don't post as much as I used to, but it's just due to scheduling and everything. I really don't have time to post on Instagram, but I'm trying as much as I can. But I will post as much as I can and as frequently as I can. I know it's been a year and a day since I posted on Instagram, but I'm gonna start using my Instagram more. But Twitter, for the time being, go to Twitter if you want to check out my writing updates, and if you want to know what's happening, tweet me, ask me anything. I'll answer any questions you have surrounding writing. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A video soon about my writing. I wanted to do a Q&A with you guys over live on Instagram. I'll probably do that sometime over the summer, because I want to try that out. Answer any questions you guys might have and talk to you guys live, because I think that would be kind of fun. It would be kind of interactive. It would be kind of cool. And I hope I get that chance, and I will probably do that very soon with you guys. Maybe early summer, late summer, I don't know. I hope to tweet some more stuff, post more on Instagram. I will be working on some more stuff, and I'll be updating you as much as possible. So get ready for a slew of it posting on all social media, because it will happen. There's going to be more vlogs on this channel, more writing videos, more book talk. There's going to be a lot of videos over the summer. I know I have been posting a lot lately due to school, and I told you guys that I would be filming a lot because of the school year, but due to school work, it kind of slowed down a little bit. But as the semester ends, because my semester is ending in a few weeks, so I will be posting a lot more over the summer, and I will be posting a lot more videos and working on a lot more videos for you guys. A lot more vlogs are coming. A lot more videos are going to come. A lot of more fun videos are going to happen. I think I'm going to be filming another book haul very soon. So over the next course of the few weeks, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on my social media. So get ready, because it's going to be very good. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a big party on social media. So I'm going to be posting a lot on social media. So get ready for that. If you are not following, I am at Railriding on Twitter and Instagram, and on Snapchat I am at DivergentFan93. So follow, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye!